Alrighty guys, we are doing an injector change out on a 2010 Chrysler Town and Country with the 4-liter V6. So, had some error codes. This is the second time I've already had it apart. So, give you a little indications if you ever had to change this out. Hopefully this video is 100% correct after I put it back together. Okay, well we have, let's see, wait a second. When you start taking everything apart, you have the cover here. It's kind of it took me a minute to figure out how it comes apart. But, get some light here. So it has these little suction cups pretty much. And what they do is they glide on those little knobs there. There's 4, so it's pretty much just pull from the sides, I guess you can say. You just try to get it free, but it just pops off. So once you pop that little cover there off, you're gonna have, which I already got it taken off, but you're gonna have like 7 bolts. They're all 10 millimeters. So let's see here. You have 1, 2, 3. Down there is 4, 5. Over here on this right here is 6. Then you have 7. Alrighty. Alright, so there's a few things that come off once I get everything set up. I'll show you. You have a vacuum hose which goes to here. That's this one. It's in the back here. Then you have some type of ventilation system. Not real sure what it is, but it has two screws or 2 bolts to hold it in place. You gotta pop that off. You can't pull it out; it's too long when it fits in here. So when you try to take the intake off, just start to pull it out and just pull that out with it. There's several connectors. You have, not real sure, but you have one here. You have one there. You got to take this off the airbox. It's easier to take the airbox cover off than unscrew it from here. That way you have enough room to pull this out. You have sensor there. Like I said, sensor there. Sensor there. Then you also have a sensor there. Pretty much when you do that, and also you have 2 bolts down here. If you look, let's see, what size are they? I think they're 5 or half. Half or 13. I use a 13 millimeter. They fit a little bit more snug. But down here you have 2 screws that actually bolt onto the manifold too. One there and one there. And that's right at the very beginning of it. Yeah, I didn't see those either. But yeah, so you gotta pop those off, and then looks like the power steering pump line kind of connects to it. Just a little bitty bracket or so. Yeah, so there's one of the bolts there. And it has 2, it's a stud, then a nut screws in behind that too. So this one here, the whole stud and everything came out, and the other one, everything came out. So, but all is well there. So now you're here. From what I've understood, and from what I read and double checked, I'm believing this up here, of course this is the front of the car. I believe it's going to be cylinder 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then 6. And here the injectors are here. Not really that bad. You have, see, I think it's 4. Yeah, you got a bolt there, then a bolt there, and a bolt there that holds the fuel rail on. Make sure you relieve the fuel pressure. I'm not real sure on a good way to do that. I let my car sit for a while. Then once I popped the injector off, there was no much pressure at all. Probably not the way you should do it, but it is December time, so I'm not here to spend $70 on a part. So I guess that's probably my own mistake. But so yeah, so pretty much what you do is after you take all these bolts out here, those 4, you're gonna kind of, how my best was, I kind of pulled a little bit here and used my hands to try to get like an even pull up. But I did learn that it was easier to pull up from here and kind of work your way over and pop them out. If there is going to be pressure there, be very careful. Then after you pull this fuel rail out and the injector is attached to it, the pressure's still here. It's when you take the injector off. Let's see if we can get a deeper look here. One of them. Of course, when you do take the injectors off, this little part right here, what you would do, all of them have it, they actually pop up. So grab the little red piece there and try to pin it up. What I did, because of course this has 190,000 miles, so everything was on there super tight, but I kind of took a screwdriver and kind of worked it a little bit. Not very hard. And then that way, as you can tell now, it's pulled up. It's like a little push release. There's like a little lever down there you pull. It did take a little bit of ingenuity to get that thing off. It was stuck on there pretty good. So, it did. Let me see if I have the injector itself. Yeah. So here's the one that I'm thinking is bad. Didn't see any damage, but it just kept on showing cylinder number 6. All the connections look fine. But of course, I'm kind of shooting in the dark here on everything. But yeah, so that's what the injector looks like. I don't think it's really specific on each cylinder has a different injector. They sell me the same thing, so. But yeah. So I'm hoping that's right. And also here's your, I'm guessing your coil packs on top of your spark plugs. I've been more of a Jeep person. So coil packs and all that, I'm more on the distributor process. So plus this van's been a pretty decent one too, so this is really the deepest I've ever been into it. So yeah, of course I'm about to put this back together, so I'm just trying to make a little video to maybe help someone, because I know I wanted, everything I found was a 3.8 liter, so maybe you might have the same problem. So yes, what I did was just took some rags and you stuff them down these holes here, just that way nothing gets in there. And also it's kind of a good thing to say. Let me see if I can zoom in and see how well it is. But down there where the injectors are, of course I cleaned this one up before I took everything out, but there's a lot of crud that gets, you know, right in that little crevice there. So if you have like an air compressor or maybe something that could just clean the dirt and debris out of there, because once you take that off, it's going to all go down that hole. So that's also a good thing to take effect. Trying to think of something else. When you do it once, it's kind of a pain, but after you doing it twice now, everything seems, it was pretty easy. But the biggest difficulty I had was actually probably getting those connectors and stuff off. Sounds simple, but I did have a little bit of problem. I didn't want to break the connector ends because they all have those little red deals or whatever. So the best way to do it is if you have a little bitty flathead screwdriver, just kind of try to work them out. It depends on, I guess, the mileage on your vehicle. But mine stuck, but all of mine were just stuck and being clumsy, so I had to use something to help it out. But other than that, pretty much I'm gonna be putting everything back together. I was trying to think of something else that could or may help you guys out. So the first time you take it slow, and also once you're at this process and you got everything, you're crossing your fingers hoping that got it fixed. Well, I made this mistake yesterday. Remember how I was talking about this, I guess, a ventilation pipe here? Well, you want to make sure you put that right here. Try to put it in and then put it down. Because if you mount this thing on here, where this thing is so long, you're going to take everything back off to get that back on. Did that mistake yesterday. Other than that, like I said, there's 7 10mm bolts here. What I did was after I got them loose, I just kind of pulled them up and gave them a little bit of a turn. That way they stay up, so they don't get in the way when trying to pull it off. And then other than that, I'm sure I'm going to miss a few things, but yeah, I mean, that's what I did. And also, let me see if I can, you see those little silver clips there? Let me get this light on there. Okay, yeah. There's like that little metal clip on the very top there. Wish I had 3 hands. but of course it don't. It's right there. So pretty much all that is just a little clip that holds the injector to the fuel rail. So what you'll do is just take your finger or whatever you have. It's just a little big piece of metal, but you take it and you just pull it off. That way it can allow it to detach away from the fuel rail. And that can be kind of hard to put back on too. They go like in a certain spot on that injector, but it just holds it on. So and after that, I guess I believe that's about it. Nothing hopefully too special for you guys. So hopefully this helps someone out. If it doesn't, my bad. But if it does help one person, then I did my duty for today. Thank you guys.